Hey guys, welcome to week 4 of Sealed for Your Pleasure. This is the Duel. Um, Unfortunately for this post-action commentary, my sister cannot do it. She's quite busy, so I'm going to see if I can hold this on my own. So here we go. Alright, so game 1, she wins the die roll, of course, as she normally does. She plays the forest on her turn. Passes the turn, draw a card, play a mountain, and I slam down a Reckless Waif, hoping desperately that she does not have a 2-drop so that baby can flip, because it's pretty nasty early on. So, unfortunately, she does have a 2-drop in the form of Scorned Villager, giving her a little bit extra ramp, which is never good. For me, anyways. Play planes. I have 2 of my colors, and I play a Thraben Valiant, a 2-1 with Vigilance. Upon further inspection, I probably should have attacked with the waif, offered the trade. Most likely the waif is not going to flip. Alright, here she did something wrong. She accidentally played the Delver before the champion. We reversed it to where she played the champion, then the Delver to get a counter on the champion. She noticed right afterwards, so it's not a big deal. So she played a champion to Lamholt, then played a Delver to get a counter on champion. Then she passed the turn to me. I play an Abundant Growth on the forest I just played to draw a card. Excuse me. And I play a Gather the Townsfolk, giving myself 2 1/1 White Soldier tokens. So things are moving quite along. I got my little wiener army going. And I just really need for her not to flip her Delver. I went ahead and attacked before actually thinking. So I attack with the Valiant, dropping her down to 18. She decides to take it and not chump block with either the champion or the Delver. Actually, the champion would have traded, but champion can get nasty if you let it go, so there's really no need to trade there, especially this early. So it's back on her turn. Like, I don't have much, and I really need to get either soldier tokens or different colored dice, because you can't see those at all on my playmat, but there are 2 dark green dice. Horrible color choice. It's not good. So I'm not sure what she's doing here. Alright, she's going to play a Wingcrafter, and she's going to bind it. She's going to bind it with the champion to give it and a Wingcrafter flying. So champion has another counter on it, thanks to Wingcrafter coming down. And since the champion is now a 3/3, I can't block. Champion's pretty nuts. So she's going to drop me down to 17 here. My bad, 16. Eventually. There you go. Good job, buddy. Alright, so after that attack, she passes the turn. Shouldn't have anything else. So I got all the colors I need. But only 4 lands, so there's a few cards that I won't be able to cast as of now. And let's see here. So I play a Strangleroot Geist, a 2/1 Undying with haste, and I'm attacking with everything. Both tokens, the Valiant, the Reckless Waif, and the Strangleroot Geist for 7. She decides to take it all. So at this point I only have the Valiant to block, but it doesn't matter because chances are she's going to attack with the champion, and I'm not going to be able to block anyways. Lamholt is a crafty bastard. So she plays an Ulvenwald bear? Some kind of bear. I can't, it's so pixelated when I watch this, guys. I apologize, but she plays a bear. I could probably find the piece of paper here. So she swings with the champion, which had another counter on it, dropping me to 12. It is an Ulvenwald bear. Alright. So, yeah. Not sure why I shouldn't swing with the Wingcrafter to hit me a little bit more. So I play a Butcher's Cleaver, +3/+0, lifelink if it's human. I swing in with the Strangleroot Geist and pass the turn. I didn't want her to get rid of my Valiant with her bear if I attacked with it. So it's back on her turn. She's got quite a lot of nasties out. Off screen, she plays Nephalia Smuggler. It took me forever to figure out what card she played because I could not see it. So yeah, pumping the champion one more time. She swings with the champion and the bear, dropping me down to 5. It's not looking good, even with the Butcher's Cleaver giving me some lifelink, if it comes to that. So at some point, I'm going to make a mistake as soon as I get to it. Come on, there you go. Tap them lands. Good boy. So I'm going to equip the Cleaver to the Valiant, making it a 5/1 with lifelink. And I swing in. I should have swung in with the Waif and the Geist, forcing her to block some. I'm not going to be able to block, so they're pretty much pointless without it. And the tokens. I actually should have just swung with everything. I don't know why I just did that. That was a horrible play on my part. Gained me 5 life, but I missed out on getting rid of some of her creatures or getting in a little bit more damage. Because right now these guys can't do anything. So that was a very big missed opportunity on my part, which I'm not too proud of. But I make mistakes a lot. It is what I do. So she plays a Grave Tiller Worm, which he's a fatty. Pumping the champion one more time. And it's looking very grim. So champion's huge. Wingcrafter and that have flying. I'm not going to be able to do anything. She's going to wipe my board if I chump block, so I just concede before the attacks. And yeah, so she takes game 1. Not too thrilled about that. I actually really enjoyed my deck. I thought my deck was awesome. I think it's the best deck I've made so far. So I really didn't have much to sideboard in. I thought my lifelink was good. If I needed it to get up there, I had quite a few sources of lifelink. And being on the play this time, my little bit of aggro might do better. So I kept my deck the same, and I believe she did too. She's not very good at sideboarding, so... So yeah, we are in game 2 now. She has the lead. I play a Reckless Waif on my turn. Pretty sure that bad boy is going to flip. And it does eventually. Get them fat hands working. There you go. So now I got a 3/2. Bad boy in there. I play an Absence Pilgrim and swing in for 3, dropping her to 17, pass the turn. Plays a second Forest, and most likely a Scorned Villager, since that's all she plays. So she will have 4 mana next turn if she makes her land drop, which will be nice. I play an Elgod Inquisitor, a little lifelinker, and when he dies, put a 1/1 Spirit out. So I swing in for 3 again with the flipped Reckless. Pass the turn back to her. She plays... What you gonna play? Come on now. Boom. The bear again. Not really taking advantage of the morbid triggers, but... I don't know. I don't know what she's thinking. I do not know. So that was her power play for the turn. Not really that fantastic. I play Niblis of the Mist, and I'm going to tap the bear with its ability when it comes into the battlefield. And I'm going to swing in with the Inquisitor, and the flipped waif. I'm going to gain 2 life from the Inquisitor, and she's going to drop to 12. I actually got pretty lucky with my pool. I had a lot of, not a lot, but I had a decent amount of lifelink and ways to gain life, which actually made a decent difference. So I was pretty happy about that. Alright, she's going to play a fleeting distraction. I think she throws it at my Niblis. Not sure why she didn't do that on her turn to save herself from a point of damage, but I guess she's the main phaser, so what can you do? And then she plays a crippling chill. And it's obviously trying to draw some cards, get through her deck. She puts the chill on my flipped Reckless, which I don't think she realizes that playing the 2 spells she just did, it's going to fall back to a 1-1. It's going to flip back to the Reckless wave side. So, and we're not sure about this, since she named that card. I know it's 2 different sides, but it's the same card. So I'm not sure if it remains tapped, since the other side was tapped. Again, not entirely sure, so I just kept it tapped. It really didn't make that big of a difference, but we were unsure on that. There we go. English. So I'm going to play a Stone Right, and I'm going to bond it with the Niblis. And I swing with the Niblis and the Elgod Inquisitor. She blocks Inquisitor. And horrible stacking and triggering here, but I pump the Niblis 1, dropping her to 9. I gain 2 from the Inquisitor, and I get a 1/1 Spirit. The Niblis I pumped with the Fire Breathing ability that Stone Right gets when it's bonded. But yeah, we didn't do those priorities quite in order. We shortcut a lot. So she's going to play a Dungeon Geist, which sucks, because I don't like it. She chooses the Niblis, so as long as Dungeon Geist is on the battlefield, Niblis will never untap. I didn't have very many flyers, so that kind of hurt a little bit. So during my turn, I decide to attack, not with the Spirit, but with the Stone Right. Essentially offering up the trade, which she doesn't do, so I pump it twice, and she drops to 6. Reminding her of the fire breathing ability that Stone Right has. And pass the turn back to her. Yeah, we didn't have spectacular games this week, I would say, but it's still pretty fun. Like I said, I really, really liked my deck. So she plays a Garrus Mind Crusher, throwing the top 5 cards of my library into my graveyard. And she got a Lightning Mauler, Moment of Heroism, Scorned Villager, Forest, and a Gather the Townsfolk. So some pretty good cards that she got out of there. Which, I have quite a few playables in my deck. Wasn't too worried about it. The only thing that sucks is she now has a huge guy on the battlefield and a flyer that stops my flyer and will kill my other flyer. So I'm not in the best position. Here I make a horrible play. I thought it was such a good play. I play Slayer of the Wicked, and I kill her Mind Crusher, completely forgetting that it has Undying and that it's going to mill me another 5. So, and it gets bigger too. So that was just a god-awful play. So bad. And she gets 3 lands, a Wildwood Geist, and a Pillar of Flame. That was, oh my god, that was bad. Punt City, USA. So I swing in with my 1/1 spirit. She tries to block, does not realize it's a spirit. I don't know how she couldn't tell it had a 1 on it, and that's the only indicator that it was a creature at all. So I drop her down to 5 and pass the turn back. She's got quite a bit of stuff. She's very low. If she was not so low, that Mind Crusher punt would have hurt so much more. So much more. So she plays a main phase Wolfear Avenger. I have no idea why. I even asked her, why the hell did you do that? She said she had no idea. So, not that I probably wasn't going to attack into her Mind Crusher, but it still seemed very weird. And then she's going to play a Ghostly Touch. And she's going to enchant the Mind Crusher. So, again, here is a little rules thing that we were uncertain on. And hopefully you guys can clear this up. Again, sorry, we are not even close to being pros. We're still fairly new. Ghostly Touch gets to tap something when the creature attacks and untap another creature. Or tap a creature, untap a creature. And we were not sure if it happens after, like, the attacks are declared. Exactly, like, we were wondering if she could untap her Dungeon Geist right now, but the attack would still be valid from the Dungeon Geist, still hitting me. We weren't too sure, so I think we just left it alone. So she hits me for a lot, knocking me down to 12. Niblis stays tapped, thanks to Dungeon Geist. But yeah, we were uncertain on that. I don't think it made a huge difference, but we still... Actually, it made a huge difference. I take that back. It made a huge difference. It would have changed the way I played this next turn, most likely. So I play Curse of the Bloodletting, and I enchant her, doubling any source of damage that gets dealt to her. I attack with everyone who can attack, getting into guaranteed 2 in the air, and barely eking out the win. But if she had the Dungeon Geist to block, that all would have changed. So yeah, not sure how that game should have gone down. A little bit of rules uncertainty, which we should probably know better. But yeah, so I tied it up, probably undeservingly so, but I don't care. At the time, I thought I did well, so brought it to a game 3, and we kept our decks the same. I really didn't think I had much that I could bring in. So here we are in game 3. Sucks not being on the play again, because if I have a waif, chances are it is not going to flip. And that flip's pretty nasty. So, yep, here I have the waif. And hopefully she can't play anything, but chances are she will. And she just plays a Fleeting Distraction just to draw a card and stop the waif from flipping, which is a good play. I mean, it sucked for me. So I'm going to play an Avacyn's Pilgrim and attack for 1. I don't know why I thought that play was better than just letting the waif flip. I'm pretty sure I did not have a 4-drop that I needed that extra mana for from the Avacyn, or the Pilgrim. But we'll see. So she plays a Scorned Villager, giving herself a little bit more mana, and passes the turn. Throw down my planes. Yeah, so see, the Avacyn, the Pilgrim didn't need to be there. I choose the Villager with the Niblis and attack in for 2. Which, yeah, I should not have played that Pilgrim. That's pretty stupid of me. I should have just passed the turn and flipped my waif. But hindsight. Hindsight indeed. So on her turn, she is going to play a Champion of Lamholt. Which, if that thing does what it's supposed to do and has the time to do it, it's going to look a lot like game 1, where I just get crushed. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Now having the Pilgrim out is nice. I enchant her with Curse of Bloodletting and attacking with my Niblis, which is going to do 4 damage thanks to the curse, dropping her down to 13. Pass turn back to her, and now I'm fairly comfortable. Anything that hits her is going to deal twice as much, and I have a flyer, which she can't deal with as of now. So she plays a Mind Crusher. Big old fatty gets a Gather the Townsfolk, Forest, Trusted Force Mage, Wildwood Geist, and a Pillar of Flame. So the Mind Crusher did some work these games. Got quite a few cards that I would have liked to have seen. And I think that's her turn. I'm not sure. Also, the champion got a counter on it thanks to Mind Crusher coming out. So she passes the turn. I've got more mana than I'm going to need in the game. I play a Chalice of Life. Not super exciting. Getting a Chalice of Death win would be nice. Excuse me. So attacking with Niblets of Mist, Niblets of the Mist and Moment of Heroism it, making it a 4 and a 4/3, and dealing 8 points of damage thanks to Curse. Here I'm checking Curse to make sure that it's just not dealing the double damage some other time. So I wanted to make sure that I gained 8. Pretty sure I do. So it's 5 to 28. I have a Curse on her and a little flyer in the air that's gonna deal 4 each time. So it's not looking good for her at all. And yeah, just packs it up. She is dead. So yeah, we took it down. I probably shouldn't have won game 2, so there should have even been a game 3. But we take what we can get, and if the other player doesn't know, it's okay. So yeah, that was week 4. I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. I liked my deck a lot. My deck was probably my favorite deck so far doing this series. And yeah, her deck was god-awful. She actually started with a black-blue self-mill zombie deck, and it just did not come to... We tried playing with it, and it was horrible. And it just would not have been fun to watch, so she remade her deck, and we tried it again. But yeah, so week 4. Week 5, we actually can't find any cards. Like actual, just like loose packs. So what we're going to do is we are going to do intro decks. So hopefully that's kind of entertaining. Until we can get some packs, that's what we kind of have to do. And yeah, so stay tuned for that, and that will be up probably immediately after this is. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed week 4. And I hope I keep winning.